So in this articles, I'm going to delve with the a new concept, which is somewhat like philosophically uh, relevant for us. That, and also today is National Youth Day on 12th of January. So this is articles for this going beyond ourselves. That is egocentric. We should not become our. We should not be a egocentric or self-centric persons. So the मुद्दे की बात ये है कि the what are the harms that we cause with ourselves when we become selfish first, and what is the benefit when we see things around the world beyond ourselves. So in this phrase, the worship of God should not be confined to temples. It is beyond the four walls of temples, right? So as we know, there is a concept of Vasudev Kutumbakam. So so basically these articles will be useful in uh, essay related concept like uh, be compassionate, one should not become selfish, like helping for the people. So in that sections, if there is any kind of essay or any ethics questions is asking about the what are the examples, or why it is very relevant for us to become uh, not just for ourselves but also for others, and how our life can be productive for others. So in these types of questions where there will be argument and sub argument, so we can pick up this, we can pick the arguments from here itself, and you can use in this will be used in the essay related portion and also ethics related portion, where the question which is related to the beyond ourselves, right? And what are the argument that are supporting each other. So the first thing is that, like, we know that there's a Vasudev Kutumbakam concept which is enshrined in the Maha Upanishad, right? That is our one world is our family, like the 20 motto is the one world, right? One world, one family, right? So so the concept is that when Swami Vivekanand says, so first thing I am talking about, what are the demerits or what are the harms that we create ourselves when become self-centric. For example, the Swami Vivekanand is drawing the examples of caterpillar, right? Caterpillar, there are many stages of caterpillar, like lava, right? Then imagao, that is final adult stage, right? and also, and there is a transition phase called pupa, right? Larva, pupa, and imagao, that is adult phase. So when there is a when caterpillars takes the threads from its own mouth and builds the cocoon, right? The concept of cocoon, right? So the when we are trying to be egocentric or self-centric, then we created ourselves the barriers, right? And that barriers prevent us from thinking, from doing things that matters to the world. So the Swami Vivekananda is drawing the examples from the caterpillar who builds the threads around themselves by pulling out the pulling out the thread from the mouth, and thus builds the cocoon, and that cocoon is surrounding the caterpillars, and prevented the caterpillar to becoming the adult stage, right? Only caterpillar, after breaking the cocoon, the caterpillar able to reach the stage of imagout adult stage, right? So the example is that, so this is harm we are creating ourselves, like. Now the other thing is that since he's saying that we believe that we all are separate. So Swami Vivekananda is saying that we believe that we all are separate, cutting ourselves from our universal identity. So there is one thing, universal identity, right? Like globalization concept is that no matter where are you where you are belong to the nations, but you are this world citizen, right? Means you are the citizen of the world, so you are belong to the world only, not any country. So trans country or transnational concept is nothing else. So we believe that we are all separate, cutting ourselves from our universal identity, right? Unaware of the universal energy that connects us, we immerse ourselves to identifying with our thoughts, editing insights. So um, so what are the harms that we inflicted on us, that we create cocoon of self-interest around our lives, through our actions? The way out of this limited life lies in Swami Vivekanand's inspiring calls of expansion and oneness, right? So he's trying to he's saying that we should not confine ourselves, we should expand. So he's saying that expansion and oneness. So he says expansion is life, expansion is life, contraction is death. The more we unselfish we become, the more peace ours into us. So when you become more you know unselfish, there will be more abundance, peace. So it will bring peaceful life with you. If you try to contract, then you would become, your life would become misery of. So this is one thing, no? So this is one aspect, no? Other thing is he's saying that uh, each and everyone possesses divinity. When I say possess divinity means each and everyone has own self-respect. So he says that God lies with everyone, right? So it is not like, it is not just confined to the temples, right? So he says we are all divine, and there is the same divinity in everyone. So we should respect everyone because divinity lies in all. So another Western follower says divinity of man for him was continuous spiritual experience. His consciousness had transformed, right? No, other idea is that what are the benefits that we created with ourselves when we are not selfish. So first I dealt with the what are the problems that we created with for ourselves when we become selfish. Now other things, that what are the benefits that accruing out of the our actions of not just self interest but going beyond ourselves, right? So one benefit is that, so when there's a concept of oneness, when it spreads with ourselves, when it permeates with ourselves, then there is a evocation of the humanistic feeling. That humanistic feeling, emerges our personality. It helps in our making personality. So when we argument is that there is a good argument, how we would able to achieve this stage of the humanistic feeling, that how the concept is how is that when we able to break ourselves, when we would able to free ourselves from our likes and dislikes, when we are able to devastating jealously, and when we would not able to jealous with someone, when we would able to you know demolish our arrogance and accomplishment whatever we achieve in our life. So from that thing, when you would from that path, we would able to achieve the humanistic feeling. No, he's saying that what are the benefits that, so when our awareness we our when our awareness would become elevated, it will help building the respect for human self and making relationships. It transfer our motivations and actions. Our action would be in response to the humanistic feeling, right? So this is one benefit. So Swami Vivekananda says that everything that is strong, good and powerful in human nature is the outcome of that unity. So so when, as everyone possesses the divinity, right? And if anyone or someone do the tasks of human nature, then the actions would be powerful, strong and good. So to every man this is taught, the art one with the universal being, and such every soul that exists is your soul. So when you realize the concept of every soul is your soul, right, and every body that exists is your body, and hurting anyone, we you hurt yourself. Like say, when you hurt others, you hurt yourself. In loving anyone, you love yourself. So this is one thing, when you will able to going beyond yourself, that it means that when you like, when you will love others, when you would be able to going with you, beyond yourself. So when you in loving others, you love yourself, it means. So this is one benefit, right? So in a world filled with discord, so why important, because the world is full of discord. So this feeling, this effort is necessary, that operating methods not just help you in guiding your pursuit, it would have able to help your balance your pursuit. Swami Vivekanand has breathed the new vitality into the grand ideals realized by your ancient disease. So this it is also consonance with the ancient traditions like Vasudev Kutumbakam, like one entire world is our family. So this is like realizing the concept of oneness, right? Like at Advait Vedant, there is a non-duality, right? Right. Nothing. There is nothing dual. That is Prusa and Prakriti. It is everything is non-dualism. Non-dualism, right? Advait. So it will other thing benefits that it will help in getting ourselves as a world citizen, and right. And finally we would able to transform our world into the family, truly living ideals of Vasudev Kutumbakam. So on this occasion of National Youth Day, the concept of Swami Vivekananda is like trying to achieve the ideals of oneness, and the uh, treating everyone as a good respect and dignity. Why? Because everyone possesses the divinity or divine light, because in loving others you love yourself. So the on this articles, concept of oneness and going with beyond ourselves is the theme.